Well, it's time for culture now, and for that I'm joined by Olivia Salazar-Winspear, who's covering the Cannes Film Festival for us in the south of France. Well, Olivia, you've been checking out the films competing for the top prize this weekend, the Palme d'Or, but beyond those screenings, there are some high-profile events for film fans.
Yes, every year the festival hosts masterclasses with actors, filmmakers, technicians, and today it's the turn of Danish actor Mads Mikkelsen. Now he'll be taking to the stage to answer questions about his approach to his craft and his career as well. Mikkelsen really made a splash here in Cannes 10 years ago when he won the Best Actor award for Thomas Vinterberg's The Hunt. And he's built up a very eclectic body of work since then. He's started everything from the Fantastic Beasts Harry Potter spin-off to Another Round, that independent film released in 2020, which won the Best International Award at the Oscars. There are masterclasses here this year with a number of people. We've got French filmmaker Agnès Jaoui, Italian director Alice Rohrwacher, and tomorrow we have Spanish actor Javier Bardem. That should certainly be a hot ticket. And these events, they're not just celebrity focused, of course. There are important round table meetings where professionals from the industry are invited to come along and debate important changes to the production and distribution of movies, especially at this time of post-pandemic turbulence and the struggle to keep up with ever-evolving technical norms.
Well, so it's not just about the films, but coming back to the film showing at the festival, you've been checking out a feature which revisits a tragic event that rocked French society in the 1980s.
Yes, this film is called Nos Frangins, or Our Brothers, and it's screening out of competition. It takes us back to December 1986 during a period of student rioting in Paris, a riot about education reform, in fact. A young man named Malik Oussekine was walking home from a concert, uninvolved in those protests, when 3 police officers chased him and eventually killed him. Now, his death sparked outrage. Thousands of people came out in the streets to protest against it, and the film takes the temperature of French society at the time. It was also a time when anti-racism movements were very important, and this young innocent man, of course, was Franco-Algerian. The film actually weaves in another death, another killing of a young man as part of the story. Now, the director here, Rachid Bouchareb, is someone who's often explored France's relationship with its former colonies. His 2006 film, Indigène, focuses on the North African battalions who fought for France in the Second World War, and that was very well received by the critics here in Cannes when it was released. And this latest film, Nos Frangins, is set almost 40 years ago, but it does bring up a very, very current question, and that is the issue of police violence, something that we've seen play out in French society, whether it's in the headlines or in political campaigns. We actually got a chance to speak to the director of this film, and he told us a bit more about his personal link to the events.
The cases of Malik Oussekine and Abdel Ben Yahia's happened when I was almost 30 years old. I was following the events very closely at the time. The entire Devekes legislation movement and the cases of police brutality, which happened in 2 different places. One of them, Malik's case, is very well known, and the other, Abdel's case, less so. I decided that it was the right time for me to make this film today.
And so, Olivia, finally tonight there's a parallel event which has become an important moment in the Cannes calendar.
Indeed. Tonight is the amfAR gala. This is a charity event which raises funds for AIDS research. That's taking place at the very glamorous Hotel du Cap Eden Rock, which is down the coast in nearby Antibes. Now, this year, the guest of honour is Robert De Niro, and people attending will be treated to performances from Christina Aguilera, Charlie XCX, and Ricky Martin, who we saw on the red carpet last night at the premiere of Baz Luhrmann's biopic of Elvis Presley. That was Elvis, of course. Baz Luhrmann himself is a chair of the amfAR Foundation, alongside actors Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, Michelle Williams and Laura Linney. It will be a very starry lineup at the event this evening. What it involves is a dinner, then there's a charity auction. Last year that was presided over by Sharon Stone, so she might make an appearance again. There's a fashion show and a big party afterwards. It certainly makes sense to hold this sort of event during the Cannes Film Festival when most of Hollywood decamps to Europe, and the numbers do speak for themselves. Since they started, amfAR has raised some $245 million for AIDS research. So amid all the glamour of the red carpet and the screening of these films, there are people doing things for good causes as well.
Okay, Olivia, thanks so much. Olivia Salazar-Winspear, reporting from the Cannes Film Festival. Thanks a lot, Olivia.